Howdy ho. In my heart, in my reality, it is so very much so winter. Every year around this time, I feel like I have a trauma anniversary and my body just goes into full shutdown mode. And if I try to resist it, I get a lot of inflammation in my body and it messes with my mood and my gut, and I'm tired all the time. And I get this whirlpool of all of these traumas that happened within the last 5-6 years that have all happened around this season, and it completely pulls the rug from my feet, and I'm just forced into having to go inwards and melt into a little dramatic ball of pain, and it's really exhausting. And I'm having to remind myself that when I'm here, no matter if it's a trauma anniversary or here, as in not self, but a self that is allowed to be expressed, allowed to be given space to express itself, because all of life exists within life. And who am I to shun creation? And who am I to shun what exists inside of me? Because what exists inside of me likely exists inside of you or another person or many other people as well. And so who am I to shame those parts of me rather than let them be witnessed without judgment and offer them nothing but absolute love and gentleness and patience, and try my best to understand that, but not just logically understand, really holding those sad, hurt, painful parts of you, really, really holding them. And while it can be helpful to, be like, what's going on in the stars? Or how does this relate to my brain? And how does this relate to my physiology? And what hormones am I lacking? And what supplement do I need to take? And all of that is great. That's a great thing to do. But I wonder, if sometimes these parts of us genuinely just want a good friend to sit with, as a good friend would, without judgment, and sometimes in total silence, or not in silence, music, a good loved one's voice on the phone or in person, even better, yourself talking to yourself in the camera, an animal, a bird, your favorite movie, So perhaps this video is a reminder that you should wait to drink your golden milk. Wait until it's cooled down a little bit. I'm a little bit crazy in my mouth right now. That sometimes these seasons will happen, and no matter how far along you are on your journey of knowing thyself and potentially finding thyself, and all of the tools that you've picked up along the way, and all of the knowings and all of the experiences you've had where you've experienced moments of total liberation of yeah, I figured it out, still experiencing moments of absolute humanness, the undesirable moments of pain and confusion and anxiety and lack of focus and unease, discomfort. They don't always mean you're regressing. Sometimes they just mean that you exist and you're experiencing what is possible within existence. And It has no choice but to rise and pass away. These feelings that you're feeling. It has no choice but to rise and pass away, because everything in life does. Me making this video will rise and pass away. It's 5 minutes and 11 seconds, 5 minutes and 12, 13, 14, 15. Every single moment has already passed away of everything I said in the beginning of this video. And new things will arise. Nothing is ours to hold. Our pain isn't ours to hold. Our pain might just be ours to experience. And maybe if we can practice the open palm principle. This is something I have to remind myself of. The open palm principle is the idea that as our individual self, we sit in what looks like a form of meditation throughout the constant of our lives. I don't mean your physical form. I mean your spirit. Imagine it sitting in a constant state of stillness. Of course, your physical form, you, human, whatever your name is, me, Brooke, I get to experience things. I get to make this cup of drink. I get to press a button and hit record. I get to go outside. I get to watch this bird flying above my head. All of these things that we can touch, taste, hold, witness, run, move, talk, walk, sit. Yeah. There is a form inside of us existing, perhaps for all of an infinite, eternal life, that is just a stillness, formless. And whatever we experience in this still, sometimes things are going to pass us by. A lover, a friend, a job, an idea, a creation, a desire, chocolate. And we have to be so discerning to know what is actually ours to hold. Because sometimes life will take that lover, that friend, that idea, that piece of chocolate, and life itself, if it is of your highest attunement, will place it gently, or sometimes smack you in the face with it, and it'll land on your palm. And perhaps our only job is to, when said such thing lands on our palm, is to witness it, is to feel everything that it sends down into our palms, into our being, into our hearts, into our minds. Perhaps our only job is to feel everything that that temporary impermanent moment can bring to us in the temporary impermanent moment. And when that moment is over, life or the wind will take that away from our hands and send it where it's supposed to go. It needs to go, because that is a part of its purpose as well, to go. Impermanence. Yet sometimes we hold. We see it's about to go and we go, mine. You're not going nowhere. And we probably look so silly and while we're holding. In the holding, we look so silly grasping onto this thing. It's trying to go and it's like we're lassoing a rope around it and we're like, nope, you're mine to hold. And we look so, like you're not going anywhere eventually over time. And that disrupts the stillness and the calmness that is our wisest self. And when we disrupt our wisest self by focusing on holding on to something that was never ours to hold, we miss all the other things that life wanted to place on our palms for us to feel and experience in their own impermanence as well. And so perhaps even with these seasons of being really down on yourself and having trauma resurface, having pain resurface, having hurt resurface, having worrisome thoughts resurface. Whatever it is for you, whatever is resurfacing for you, that's making you feel inadequate, that's making you feel like your existence is no longer worthy of existing. Maybe life placed it on your palm for a reason. And maybe your only job is to just look at it with reverence, total reverence and awe that life could create something so tragically beautiful. It will not remain here forever. It has to go. It has to pass away from the moment. Other things must be placed on your palms. Whether it remains on your palms for weeks, days, months, years, is unfortunately none of your business. And while it is our responsibility to surrender to what is none of our business, we also shouldn't entirely give up on ourselves. So in those moments of pain and whatever's in your palms that's making you feel so heavy, yes, observe it. And also love yourself. Love yourself wholly. Love whatever is coming up for you and gently hold yourself with patience. One small change. Every single day. Every other day. After a week. However long it takes for you to just wake up one day and make one small change, everything else will follow. You will not be in this pain forever. It's the law of the universe. So feel what you need to feel while you're here. Write what you need to write. Sit in as much silence and stillness and worry as you will. The only two things that are going to get you out of it is trust in the divine, trust that everything rises and passes away, trust that it will not be here forever, and being your own best friend throughout it all, loving yourself, not shaming yourself for whatever you're experiencing. Looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, hey kid, I know. But it won't last forever. I think that's all I have to say. I'm really rooting for you. I know it can be very, as I said before, tragically beautiful to be alive and exist when there is so many things that also exist that we're capable of knowing and feeling and experiencing. And you are so brave for being here to experience it all. I hope you're fully here for the experience. Because the experience, just like the moments in your palm, will also rise and pass away. So, I love you.